Okay. Well, hello, my name is Melissa Mitchell and I bring you greetings from Miami, Florida, and I've been a resident of Atlanta for almost 10 years, and I am proud to say that after 2 wonderful years, I am officially an artist. I love to tell this story because people think I'm always joking, but I actually became an artist by accident. I was at home, bored during a snowstorm. I said, I need to find something to do, and I heard God said, go in the garage. I'm like, garage? What am I supposed to do? And I saw some extra wood we had from a project I was making for someone's probate, and I had some old acrylic paint. I said, let me mix a little water, see what I can do. And I began to doodle on the back of, first I practiced on the back of a gift box I had for Christmas. And I said, I wonder how this will look on wood. And then I transferred the design I made on the gift box, put it on a piece of wood. And I said, oh, I wonder if I add a little black marker to it. And after I added that black to it, I said, I think I'm an artist. So I said, let me just put it on Instagram to see what happens. And I sold my first piece for about $25. To date, I've done at least 200 pieces and about 25 murals. So I'm just glad to have followed that voice that said go in the garage and pick up that piece of wood, because I literally have started a whole career by mistake, and it's literally given my life new meaning, and I've helped so many other people find their meanings as well. So I'm just glad I listened to that voice. As you can see, I love the color black. Just kidding, but I think I just like to give life. I have moments where I'm not the happiest, where I'm not the least frustrated, and art is my outlet. So I would call it abstract with emotion. People see it and be like, wow, I want people to see the happiness that I'm trying to pull out of myself. It's been my therapist. When I have very low moments in life, or even my high moments, I literally take to canvas and begin to become very emotional. I remember making this piece here. I was like, you always give a side eye. I was like, what you mean? And then I literally was like, well, I'm just showing the side eye looks like. So this is like all my different emotions trapped into one painting, and I don't know, I think I have my own lane, so to speak. I read something the other day that said, don't be the next X, be the next you. And that's, as an artist, I wanted to be my own next whoever I need to be, and not compare myself to who was before and who was to come. I think when we all ascend from heaven, I think we have an assignment attached to us, and that thing is our work, our assignment. And I do believe that it takes some of us a little longer than others to find that, and I believe that this work that was assigned to me is bigger than just putting some paint on canvas and wood and selling on festivals. But every chance I get, I tell people about our God, I tell people about my faith, I tell people about my story, and how just a little bit of prayer, a little bit of faith has gotten me in several cities and homes all over the world, and just being able to follow my passion and bring other people to where they need to be. People reach out to me all the time, girl, you really motivated me. I was like, I just put a paint of a smiling face. But the meaning behind it is so much more, because once you put your love and your emotion in something, it becomes trapped in there. And people are able to see what God is trying to get to them. So this is my way to speak to people when I haven't talked to them. So it's my work. I'm obsessed with colors, so I try not to, some of my colors end up looking the same in different paintings, but I try to, if I'm working with a client, I say, well, what's your favorite color? How are you feeling? I make them send me a picture in their home to try to capture the essence of the living space. And a lot of times it really depicts the music that I'm listening to, or the mood that I'm in. A lot of my things have a lot of smiling faces and big teeth and big smiles, because I've been happy lately. I was like, you know what? There is so much loss around us. I said, we need to be happy. It's, it may not be the best, but folk are literally dropping dead. So I want to make sure that I make people smile. So I try to stay away from just black and white and just gray, which is cool for some people, but I feel that I'm sent here to be the kaleidoscope of hope for people. So I try to do that. Just approach it with a good heart. Recently, a fellow family of mine, his wife passed away tragically in childbirth, and I couldn't make it to the funeral. And I said, Lord, I really want to be a blessing to him, a brand new baby. What could I do for them? So I kept seeing these set of wings with like a rainbow, and I said, I don't know if you like art. I said, Lord, I'm just doing a huge piece. And so I sent it to him. I hadn't heard from him. I said, well, God bless him, everything will work itself out. And then he called me 2 weeks later and said, as soon as he walked into the room, he began to cry. And the way that I was able to do the painting, I had a picture of her up on my computer, and I had a song talking about freedom and being a bird. And I said, Lord, I just was praying. I said, Lord, just comfort them, do these things for them. He said, immediately saw he cried. And I said, that's what I was trying to do for him, was to provide comfort, but to give him a remembrance of the angel that he lost. So I think that touched me the most, and even his son is enamored by the painting. He's 1.5. So I knew that God was existing in the space when I created it. So that was pretty impactful. wish I knew I could be an artist before I went to school and did all these jobs that I wasn't happy in. I know that it's supposed to be in this space and in this place. I lost my dad in 2010 and my grandmother in 2007 and my other grandmother in 2013. I wish they could have seen it. If I would have started a little earlier, you know, we all have that wish, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I would have gotten an earlier start. Because there's so many questions I have, like, oh, you know, what should I do? How should I do this? But I do feel my family that's gone, I do feel them when I work. So I think that's my biggest thing. I wish I would have known sooner, but I know that God's timing is impeccable. It's not our own. It's always a struggle with should I leave my job? And that's a lifelong conversation that most entrepreneurs have. But I do believe God has allowed me to leverage both. I literally stay focused at work. Work is work, art is art, and I'm able to have, of course, 2 incomes, but I'm able to be a blessing even on my job. So when people say you need to leave your job, I say no, you leave your job, you work hard. I think sometimes we struggle with the 9 to 5, 5 to 9 balance, but I think it's really helped me to section off my thinking. So while it's a challenge, I think that it's part of my work to balance both. And because I'm gifted in IT and computers, I'm also gifted in artwork and being creative. So it keeps a good balance in my left and my right brain. But I don't want to necessarily come up with a clothing line. I want to be a supplier of fine textiles and fabrics for people. Of course, I'm going to start with head wraps, then go into home decor, rugs, you know, shower curtains, of course, regular curtains, all those different things, pillows. But I don't want to go through one of those websites that controls that. I want to go over to China. I want to go over to the Philippines. I want to work with fabric makers and actually be a part of the process versus, you know, shuffling it out to different people in another country. I want to make sure that I can touch every piece that I create, so it's actually a hands-on experience. So I just want to be a artist that made it bigger than art. I always say it's bigger than artwork. It's a movement. So I definitely don't want to be a designer, but I want to put my touch in the fashion world. I spoke at an event 2 weeks ago, and I said, you know, one day I just want to paint hospitals, hospice centers, and nurseries. You know, I'm just saying it like it's not going to happen. And a girl in there, she said, you know, I don't know if you're interested, but I actually work at a hospice center, and this is where everybody comes to die. And so I'll be painting that in 2 weeks, my first hospice center. And the week after that, I'll be working with cancer patients, kids that are pretty much given a week or 2 to pass away. And our project will be the last thing that they do. So things that leave a lasting impression when you're first coming into the world, when you're leaving the world, I think you should see colors. And I know God has given me this bigger than just to brighten the room, it's to brighten life. So those are my dream projects. So I want to be an artist. So every day I go home, whether I have a board or not, I'm working in something art-like, whether it's online researching, whether it's actually doing artwork, whether it's working with a client. I'm doing something differently every day so I can have a different result. So if you want something different in life, be prepared to do things differently. And that is what I've done for the past 2 years, and it has literally propelled my entire life's course by doing that. So I'm just grateful for being okay with being different. I remember getting a call about 2 months ago, February, March-ish, from the art set director. And I said, hey, you know what's going on? She said, well, we got your information from a friend. We really like your website. But we're looking for an artist with 30 to 35 pieces. We know that's not common, and you may not have that. I said, listen, I got more than what you need. I got 35 or more pieces in the house. Can I just come? She said, well, it's in Madison, Georgia. It's going to be a Friday, Saturday deal. You might be there by 15 hours. I said, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I ended up landing the lead scene for the originals on something that airs on CW, and I got a call last 2 Fridays ago. Girl, you know they got your artwork on TV? I said, no, I remember. She said, no, like it's on TV. And I hadn't seen the final edits. At 4 a.m. I was like, y'all have a good day. I didn't know what episode it'd be on. But the funny full circle moment was the name of the episode was called No More Heartbreaks. And so that was God saying that not only am I going to propel your career and all the things you've done, that you're not going to be heartbroken anymore about things in life. And so I took that moment to say, stay ever ready and know that God is watching you and He hears even the prayers you don't verbalize. So as an artist, I say stay steadfast. Your moment is coming. That one person could be the holder of your fate, and then you don't know who that is. Don't be afraid to tell your story. Don't be afraid to work with people. Partnership is key. And use social media. Don't underestimate, having your page open, connecting with people, and use your network. Whether it's your sorority, your school, community projects, your church, whatever it is, your network holds your worth. Whatever you need is literally in the palm of your hands. It's already inside of you. So stay true to your craft and just enjoy what you do, and God will do the rest.